and you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him paper. Every day I gotta buy a paper. There's a man who bought me paper before. I'm buying paper now because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he insisted, he said, when you run for one term, he insisted it. I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest, find somebody else.
I would not know if it's a wrong, but one thing that I was not able to accomplish that I wanted to accomplish was after the war, the Liberian people elected me, and in fact, the Liberian people elected me to unite the country. I was not able to get some of the other factional leaders to return to Liberia. I was not able to get one or two of the political leaders to return. And I think they helped to provoke the situation. I was able to do a whole lot. Strangely, the LPC, these were all warring factions, and all of the other warring factions, I was able to bring them into government. In fact, most of the combatants that fought for the government during the war were the combatants of the warring factions that fought against me. So I accomplished bringing them together. I accomplished making sure that the issue of tribalism went away in Liberia. But I mean, to a great extent, I think most Liberians now, if you went to Liberia and took a poll, they would say Mr. Taylor did his best.
Any other regrets?
The second regret is that I was never able to get the United States to understand me. I was never able to get them to work with me, which is so essential for Liberia. No president of Liberia, no president can make it successfully unless he is online with Washington. Now, I am not the type of guy that you can pick up a telephone and command. I don't take that. I didn't take that from Washington. Then, even if I were elected president, I would not take it. I'm not that kind. I'm not a coward. But I do believe that a good working relationship is essential for any president of Liberia, or that president will fail.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber. Stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know y'all sleeping now. Y'all gotta whip us some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they can lie. I said we tired with their lies, we tired with their promises that led us to a lot of damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now you need to deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrates us. So why does you lie? Why does you steal? Why does you allow the citizens to be? See, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber. Stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know y'all sleeping now. Y'all gotta whip us some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie.
Oh yes, it always feels beautiful
Lies
to resume the people's job.
that led us to allow the damages.
You know, when we're home on the weekends,
Indeed, and not
those strong, those tiring weekends,
so. Why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did
the only thing that is on our minds is that, hey God, that Monday come. Oh.
that why we voted
Let the new working week begin.
to us? You
So we go to do the people's job.
abuse us.
And it's good to be back here today, tonight,
Why?
to do your job. The job you have hired us to do. The job you feel pleasant in hearing us and seeing us do.
The people lie to us.
You know, Bob Marley said,
Betray us.
you never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. You never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice.
People lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie.
When the man is escaping, don't test his strength. He's escaping because probably he's trying to avoid trouble, not because he's lazy.
Hope that I have
Or you force him and compel him to to engage you,
where are they from?
you will feel the wrath of his sponges.
The people tired with their rhetoric. The people tired. They tired.
Somebody says, when there is no way for a man to escape,
They delay. People suffer. No what?
he invoke,
Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intent.
he invokes all of his strength and energy
Nothing to show.
because he knows that he is between life and death.
Promise you lie. Why? But are they question that?
Let me say very, very pleasant good evening to all of you across the country. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to those of you in the diaspora, our friends, our fans, our followers, our critics, and even those of you who do not like the things we say and the way we say them.
People
It's good to have all of you joining us tonight.
lie to us.
An interesting edition as always.
Betray us.
Liberia is in trouble. That's according to the United States. The U.S. Department of State latest report on Liberia.
We tired with the promises that led us to allow the damages.
On Liberia's investment climate.
Now you need.
What does Liberia's investment climate look like?
So why did you lie? Why did you steal?
So the U.S. Department of State, or the Americans, have issued their 2025 investment climate report on Liberia. We are going to tell you what that is.
Why? The government you lie. Why?
It is discouraging.
The people lie to us. The government betray us.
Almost 2 years under the UP government, these reports, these narratives are coming from the Americans themselves. Not any opposition political party, but the Americans themselves.
Government betray us.
Damaging, discouraging report. And we're going to dive into the report tonight. Oh yes, Saturday was an enjoyable moment for all citizens and reactions and sympathizers of the CDC. Grounds were officially broken for the construction of the party's headquarters. The statements were made. Fears were instilled into some. Some people are still angry and still living in fear just by the numbers that they saw on Saturday.
But you fool us. You screw us.
Whatever the case is,
You don't abuse.
because they do not want to talk about the numbers they saw that came out on Saturday,
What's on that way?
they are more concerned. They're not concerned about the health of George Weah, as if to say they are his medical doctor.
Us.
But George Weah, as always, has responded to them.
Betray us.
They say the man sick, the man have responded to them.
The people.
So we'll read for you what he posted on his WhatsApp story.
Betray us.
Yes, some of you are very concerned. Oh, wow, see, you've not been giving update about the case involving Fulatico Fires and others. Yes, that's for a reason, and we will tell you the reason tonight. The folks somebody sent me is a press statement from the Ministry of Health issuing an alert about the increase of flu around the country. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll read that press statement for them free of charge, even though they say they do not want to do business with us. But they're still sending us their releases for us to read them. And the reason why we are reading that is because it borders on the health of people, especially children and students. So we'll do that as part of our social responsibility to the country. So yes, let's talk. Hey, your country is doomed. The Americans say no American company or investor is coming here. They said the country is extremely corrupt. They said the judiciary is weak, and that's why they are not bringing the American companies here. So yes, this show is proudly sponsored by Crime Stopper Liberia, and we are in partnership with with Win Liberia, our financial partner. Let's take a break to take a message from our sponsor, Crime Stopper Liberia. When we come back, we'll move into our discussions tonight.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion. So yes, last week was so terrible for me. Even though I have not fully recovered, but I think we are better than what it was on Thursday. It was really okay. So let's go to our Facebook page to welcome all of those who are joining us tonight on the show. Beginning with Felicia's Junior Bar from the borough of New Gutan, Mawata Belity says, "Good evening, Austin. Good evening to you, Mawata Belity." Asata Miller is joining the show tonight from Soul Clinic. Anthony Wigan has joined us from Sanikoli City in Nimba Juje Wonwe. From Johnsonville is joining us tonight as well. Sam Ayeni has joined us tonight. Good evening, good man. Thanks for your great work. I'm watching his name. Amen. Wookie Davis is joining tonight from Trenton in New Jersey. That's in the US. Welcome, Wookie. Avin Sompon has joined us as well. Kubo Sobolo is joining us tonight. Edwin Saka from Omega Community. Welcome. Abraham Addison has joined us as well. Emmanuel, bro, it's been a while from Minnesota. Welcome back. Agatha Glasgow from Tinkers Village. Stephen Yagadi from Magibi County. Benjamin F. Bass has joined us from 12th Street. Sinker Johnson Dolly is following from New Jersey. He says specifically Hamilton. Roosevelt Dober is joining from Doe Community. Wata Bowman has also joined the show. Dubon Hill from Colorado. Charlotte, North Colorado in the U.S. Oh, did I say Colorado? No, North Carolina, I mean. Mohammed Barlow is joining from Broadville. Milton Harris, Musu, Dix, all of you. Musu is from Chicken Soup Factory. Joining us tonight, Augustine Twe from Chocolate City, Arnold Taylor from Michigan in the US. It says CDC for Life. Claude Addison has joined us tonight. Greetings to you, Austin. How are you doing? I'm okay. I'm better than what it was on Thursday. And thanks for checking in as well. She's watching from Delaware. Mohammed Masakwe has joined us from Freeport. Nathan Jabadia is joining the show tonight from Greenville, Insano. Musa Sharif from New Georgia, Garnersville. KOK Mohammed Sharif has joined us. Tuawali Kaim is also following from Rehab. Stephen Fala from Gardnersville. Joseph Nie has joined us. Aliyu Kamara, Tio Jabate. All of you, welcome to the show. Justice Baker is joining from Plebo City in Maryland County. Magwule is joining tonight from Jadie Government Camp. Bogon sorry. Otis Tamatia is joining from Capitol Hill Belt. Nathan Sunin To Senior has joined us as well from district number, he said what? Grand Crew Double District in Grand Crew County. Jim Smith, ELW. Neil, yes, all of you, welcome. It's good to have all of you joining us tonight. Patrick from Grand Bassa, Saturday Wonderway from Atlanta in the US, Verma McIntosh from Norway. So Wisner is joining tonight from Johnsonville. OP O'Neill Johnson, Justice Baker, all of you. OP, welcome to the show from Doe Community. It's good to have all of you join us tonight. Folks, we have a lot to talk about. Over the weekend, we issue a lot of warnings and instructions to all of you to support us of WEA, whether you're a sedition or a WEA shan or sympathizer. When we're going to reinforce that warning tonight, we told you from now to 2029, there's no joke, but there's no more sympathy. Unity Party folks are actually faking our tolerance and our calmness for our weakness, and no more we're going to allow that anymore. If we decide to keep the debate or the conversation civil, just us, we have all of the capacities it requires to be civil and engage on the issues. We do not lack any form of understanding of any issues in our country, any issue confronting our governance system. We choose to stick to the issues because the person we support is a tolerant person, a strong, a thick-skinned person, and democracy requires extreme tolerance. And in the spirit of the extreme nature that is required of our democracy, anywhere in the world, it does not say we should reduce the conversation to insulting people's parents and people's wives and all of that, all in the name of politics and defending the government. No. Enough is enough, and we have to call a spade a spade. So yes, on Saturday was an interesting moment. We were all outside. We are going to break grounds, and our grounds were broken. And the CDC, the erection of the project is beginning. But I'd like to play just an excerpt from the chairman of the ceremony. Listen to what Funati had to say. Listen to what Funati had to say before we move on to something else. Today's edition of the show is dedicated to my boy, Louis Sarr, former Louis Sarr. They're not Louis Sarr again. Former Louis Sarr. It's good. Today is his birthday, and so yes, today's edition of the show is dedicated to him. And so we like to say celebrate Ingrid. Also, I say call the man for the man name is Robert Snare. alias Louisa. Robert Snare is the administrative assistant in the office of District Number 16, Representative Dixon Wawili Sibo. So, Robert Snare would like to say happy birthday to you, Louisa. I know you celebrating tonight. They made a cool man. They bring you a special time to celebrate. So, the man is celebrating tonight. Okay, so yes, let's read for you. Let's go to some other developments. Then we move into. So, listen to what Fonati Kofa, Councillor Kofa, had to say, the chairman of the headquarters committee. Let's listen. Let's get a gist. Let me increase the volume.
For me, you know, nothing but UP, we know how to use power. And last night I was chatting on WhatsApp with a UP friend of mine. And he said to me, you know, nothing but UP, we know how to use power. And I paused. So I wrote back. If knowing how to use power means turning the police that feed protesters to a shoot and kill their squad, we don't want to know that kind of power. If knowing how to use power means stopping motorcyclists and paving runners for making a decent living after taking their insurance money, we don't want to know that kind of power. If knowing how to use power means taking jobs for over 200 Liberians at the Ministry of Transport and giving it to foreigners so you and your friends can have shares, we don't want to know that kind of power. If knowing how to use power means making the town so hard that families cannot pay their school fees for their children or pay their rent for place to lay their hand, we don't want to know that kind of power. If knowing how to use power means taking an oil deal from the American company ExxonMobil and giving it to one corrupt guy so that few can benefit, we don't want to know that kind of power. If knowing how to use power means to lie, steal, and rape, we don't want to know that kind of power. You know, I know the Ministry of Law and Power Costs will get ready for me. Thank God my mind back there and they will not hear you.
Look, this guy, you see, there's a reason why at times people ask me, man, why about this Fonati into Ijele? I said, Fonati is the kind of leader that I like to see. He's charismatic, he's bold, he's brave, okay? He does not mince his words. And so, he's not afraid of anybody. And I see that in George Weah as well. That's why some of us are deeply into and connected to these people. They are examples to us that we can follow. Okay, that's what leadership is about. You must see qualities into people. But listen to this recording at the end of the recording. This is it.
If knowing how to use power means to lie, steal, and rape, we don't want to know that kind of power. You know, I know the Ministry of Law and Power Costs.
The Ministry of Mind and Power Costs. Listen to this message.
Will get ready for me. Thank God my mind back there and they will not hear you.
Okay. So, citizens and Weahians and sympathizers of the CDC, all I need you to know tonight, because the message has gone across, and so we're not going to spend more time talking about that. The grounds were broken to construct the party headquarters. Men were around. Real men were around, and those men are still around, and those men are going to be around beyond 2029. That's what we can say. It's an assurance that men were outside, and men are going to be outside until 2029. Gone are the days, gone are the moments where people will gather in the green t-shirts and go to Facebook or social or use media platforms, and including the Ministry of Information, from our taxes we pay to pay them to insult people, and nothing comes out of it. All of it. There will be equal. I sent it down on my page since the weekend. We expect that there will be rudeness, disrespectful behavior or utterances from the folks at the Ministry of Information. We expect that. And the warning is that just as you use A, B, and C to respond to any leader from the and there will be proportional response to anybody. I say anybody. I say somebody. I say anybody, including Joseph Boakai. Including Joseph Boakai. Last time we were here, we told you. But anyway, we'll get to that small. Let me slow down small. Lavetta Bailey Sendolo. Some of you may know her, some of you may not know her. I don't know her to be a unity partisan, but I know that her husband used to work in the UP government. So I can use that as a determination to say she's a unity partisan. No. But I know her to be a business woman. And she wrote after the CDC's program. She said, wow, CDC is more than just a political party. The fact that this party lives in the hearts of its people, it will be difficult to destroy it. For a very long time, Liberia will have to deal with CDC and UP, like Ghanaians with NPP and NDC, and Sierra Leoneans with APC and SLPP. This cry is huge for just a groundbreaking. No, if you didn't get that, I think I should read that again. She said, wow, CDC is more than just a political party. The fact that this party lives in the hearts of its people, it will be difficult to destroy it. For a very long time, Liberia will have to deal with CDC and UP, like Ghanaians with NPP and NDC, and Sierra Leoneans with APC and SLPP. This crowd is huge for just a groundbreaking. The Secretary General of the CDC posted just after President Weah posted on his WhatsApp page about his health. You know, the guys are lazy. And I say this to them every day. They're not smart, or they're not playing smart politically. The first attack was on Cummings. Oh, it was about Cummings' heart. They said Cummings shot. Then we started sharing pictures with Cummings and Joe Boakai. When they realized that Cummings is taller than Joe Boakai, they disengaged. They ran away. They ran back into their shares. So that's not being smart. Because before you attacked in propaganda, when you're going to attack somebody or your opponent about a particular subject, you should make sure that you do not share in what you're going to attack your opponent about. So in short, you can be a role according, you can be a killer, a murderer, and then you calling somebody a role or a criminal. No. Because the person obviously will have to come back to respond to you. And they will attack back. And when they are attacking you, they are attacking your behavior, your attitude. Boakai is the shortest. Boakai is the shortest political leader in our country. Currently, he's the shortest. And then the guys were running with Cummings' heart. When we started sharing here, Cummings standing together in one photo, and they realized that Boakai was shorter, then they ran away. Even when they were trying to use his heart to determine his thinking, his reasoning, we were like, what's up with these people? Cornelius Crank and go to speed, and my friend saying use something. Cornelius Crank and enter the office and speak to Joe Boakai. Mr. President, good morning. But coming back also, Baga and say, but Cordelia, you see me in the morning? She can say, oh, but Chief, I spoke to you in the office there. Yeah, you know. So the man got memory issue. There you want. Yeah. Look, I told these guys, at times, some of us, we just want to, discuss the issue. The issue, straight to the issue, focus on the issue. The government is weak, the government is lazy, the government is underperforming. We want to focus on discussing the government's underperformance. The government is introducing policies that are not working at all. The government is introducing systems that are not working at all. Systems that are plunging more people into poverty. These are the things we want to focus our attention on, discussing their policies, the systems, the bureaucracies associated with the services that the government is providing. These are things that are supposed to be our focus. Instead, the government knows that she is doing nothing at all. She's not performing. So she does not want to create a space or create a platform that will see us discussing policy-driven issues. Hence, they resort to personal attack. That's the strategy. Because they say, you know, we're not performing, we're not doing anything. If we start attacking, if we start discussing policy issues, our performance, these guys will win us. They will take us off balance. So let's start launching personal attacks to distract them from the governance issue. And so we've told our guys, hey, when the minister causing people, man, we'll get people to cause a man. But we who are in charge of propaganda and PR for in the opposition, we are not going there with them. We'll bring them back to the issues, focus our conversation on the real discussions, the real things that are supposed to be discussed in this country. The governance, the bread and butter issue, the breaking down of people's homes when there is no national plan about national development in those areas that are being demolished. These are the issues. People are being made homeless. These are the things we're going to concentrate ourselves on. We have people to cause the people man and battle when they start causing people man. Because we're telling them there'll be no free ride. No free ride. No more. No free ride again. So yeah, so your CDC headquarters will be constructed. Case closed on that. Mr. Weah is in good health. The president is in good health. And we'll not go there with them. We say enough about Joe Barker during the campaign. 20,000 over the frustrated people say, we will not listen to you. We will support Joe Barker. Today, this disaster is our president. We have to work with this disaster for the next 4 years because we don't have anything. He's the president. We recognize that. But he's a disaster. 20,000 over the frustrated human beings then misunderstood Mr. Weah's leadership, misunderstood his development agenda, and brought onto us a disaster. A disaster that we have to rescue, a disaster that we have to practically babysit. I mean, it's just frustrating and disappointing. But we will deal with it. We will deal with it and we will not stop. So Mr. Weah wrote, he says, you guys can say all you want to say about me, but be reminded that I don't use makeup to harm my face. I am a natural man. GMW. That's why he posted on his page, his social media, his WhatsApp status. So the reason why some of you see it because maybe you didn't get it number in your phone. Yeah, on your WhatsApp. So now I want to elevate the conversation. Anyway, let me just leave it. Y'all go put your mouth on Joe Weah again. Y'all go put your mouth on Joe Weah again about health. Before Mr. Weah even attended that program on Saturday, he exercised. He came from he gym on Saturday. Somebody that is not in good health, just by looking at the person, will go to gym. Eh? Yeah. You people, you gotta find something important and stop acting childish all around the place. Just stop acting childish. You're in power. It's time to lead. It's time to govern. If you guys are unable to govern, leave, resign the people's presidency and go back with Songa. It's time to be, just stop being childish. This man exercise more than 2 hours. If you wish it to. This man plays sports. I don't say sport. I say sports. He will play, he will wake up, the first thing he will gym in the morning. For over 1 hour, he will exercise. He will go to the basketball court and play basketball. He will go to the tennis and play tennis. He will play soccer. He will play almost all the sports in a year. and you judge by his physical appearance, you say he's sick. Joseph Boakai will get multiple batteries installed inside him. He get one battery in his head to make his brain to function small. He get battery in his chest to make his heart to function. He get battery in his back to make his spine to work. He get battery in his thigh to make his legs to function. He get battery in his hand to make his fingers to move. He get battery all over. When I come to the places that battery here. Battery. The man living with battery, all battery wasting all inside Joseph Boakai. Then y'all won't be talking about somebody's health. No. UP has some smart people, smart propagandists. This is not a good propaganda for the UP. You will not win the one again. You introduced the hard propaganda, it didn't work. We flog you on it. You introduce the hard propaganda. Say you want government, you want to turn the country into a propaganda country. Let's respond to your small. You brought in a hard conversation about Boakai and coming. We flog you on it and chase your back in your bed. You come out with health. Joseph Boakai's own set on Sky FM 50/50 with T-Max that said he is living with pacemaker 2023. He said it. Nobody spoke for him. Now, normal human being can live with pacemaker. The way God made you and the way God brought you on earth, you normal. When you start using battery, pacemaker thing, all kinds of thing in you, iron in your foot, iron in your hand, iron in your finger, iron in your battery in your skull, you're not normal again. You are no more normal. You're almost like a robot or like a puppet or Humpty Dumpty. You're not normal again. So all of you UP folks, you guys are aware that Joe Boakai is living with batteries all inside him, installed inside him. Then you're putting more on somebody. You want to talk somebody health. That's a wrong propaganda. Because we beat you on that one again. Because we are a war or job from rehab to invisible power or PhD power and go in practice infinity war and go back sedation war behind you. You will not get tired. You put Joe Boakai on the road. You put Boakai on the road. When we are president, this marathon, we are always with those people. What Boakai? Your point, Boakai can't even walk for they put in wheelchair. In his house, as soon as he gets home, he in wheelchair. They feeding him. He can't even stay on food to put it for a spoon to eat. Have you all seen Boakai eating in public? They get Boakai left to cut a cake on his own birthday and his wedding anniversary. Go cut cake, give him knife. Cut cake, he is unable to hold a knife to cut a cake that his wife can go do it. That wife can cut cake for me. You who grew up in the settlement and in other places, you have a civilization. That woman can cut cake for men to eat. Eh? That woman supposed to cut cake? When you celebrating your birthday, that you supposed to cut your cake. That's somebody else supposed to call it for you. When you celebrating a wedding anniversary, two will call it. You call a cake. You put it in your mouth. You put it in your mouth. On your birthday, somebody got to call your cake. You can't even hold the knife to cut the cake. Then they won't talk about health. Then, you see, on a serious note, Mr. Bwaka can be a grandpa to plenty people. Plenty people. No, Bwaka is 81 years old. Grandma to plenty people. But because of the manner and form in which these UP folks are proceeding, disrespecting national leaders, opposition leaders, it is because of their behavior that we are directing our attacks to Bwaka, especially our personal attacks. If they don't attack other people's political leaders, nobody will go attack Joe Bwaka. Let's be real. All of us will be focusing on the governance issue. If nobody attacks Cummings or attacks Weah or attacks or Joel Taylor and who the other opposition leaders, if nobody attacks those people, you not have their supporters attacking Bwaka. So the strategy for UP is, if you don't want Bwaka to be attacked personally, if you don't attack Joe Weah and other opposition leaders, if you don't want Bwaka to be insulted, don't insult Weah. Don't insult Cummings. Don't insult Master Kimaya. Don't insult Joel. Don't insult Yue. Don't insult the other opposition leaders. Simple. But as long as you jump into insulting Weah and other opposition leaders, obviously Weah supporters and those other opposition leaders, their own supporters, will come together to reply. And they will not come insult you who causing Weah. They will go for Joe Bwaka. So this is a caution and advice to them, or a warning, in fact. If you don't want Bwaka to be insulted, don't insult Joe Weah. If you don't want Bwaka to be personally attacked, don't attack Weah personally, because nobody is going to play moral here. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. That one we can show you. That we can show you. We can keep this political space clean. Clean. We can keep this space clean, responsible, mature, but politically vibrant and effective and active, without insulting people's mind, people's power, and all of that. Somebody go post on lady from MPA. She works at the MPA. She goes on my post and insulted me. I screenshot the post. I sent it to one of our bosses. I said, you see her problem. When Austin Kawa goes to reply her in similar manner, they say, oh, my man, yes, sister. I got sister. I got one sister. Her name is Abigail Kawa. I got many other sisters. I got sister. But my sister was brought out in a home. She will never go to insult to go on somebody's post and insult them. She will not go on somebody's brother's post or somebody's husband's post to insult him. So the same way you guys think, hey, it's just indecent. We're going on. I mean, I didn't trust me. I never heard women insulting people. Insulting men, I mean bocha, or insulting men. I never heard people insulting men until I started like really getting involved into active politics. That politics made me. I started seeing women. I'm witnessing women cursing men. I'm witnessing women having affairs with men and coming publicly to talk about it, to disclose it. That politics, my whole life, I've never seen it. I've never heard it, because I grew up in Broadway where it was what kind of girl coming go cross you? Where you go to see people making palawa fighting for men, Benny? No. So the environment I grew up in, these things were not happening there. No. I mean, I didn't grow up seeing people fighting for men, causing that ex-boyfriend. No, that politics. Spoil the whole thing. That president, former president Sirleaf said that politics is terrible. That's the word she used. Of recent. This is the terribility of our politics that President Sirleaf was talking about. One minute you wake up in the morning, in the job we are in see, cost job we are. Yeah, wake up morning, cost job we are. We thought he said, oh my man, propaganda. That's not propaganda. And so this is a warning to all of you. Mr. Weah has responded. He said that all the people that didn't want to use, he called he said some people can use face beat to hide their face. Who can use face beat? Maybe ManCC knows. Maybe ManCC knows who can use face beat to hide their face. So when we open the lines, we'll ask them, maybe you all know who can use face beat to hide their face. But me, I don't know who the president are talking about because the president not call him, so I will not call him. If he was going to call him, I was going to call him. Oh, but well, the last time Joseph Boakai went for interview at the VOA, Voice of America, I see they were doing face beat, they were doing face parlor, doing the breast all on here. Anyway, but Mr. Weah didn't call him, so they leave it. But yeah. So the UP Secretary General, I will feature this because I all say we gotta hear the people say. We gotta hear the people say that. Yeah. So we gotta balance it. So we gotta hear UP say. UP issue a statement. I consider this statement an official statement because Amos Tuah is the Secretary General of the UP. He says, we urge all United Party partisans, supporters, and rescue missionaries to refrain from discussing the current health status of former President George Weah. Nobody can assume or conclude on the health condition of individuals due to their physical morphology. Let us continue to support our president, His Excellency Joseph Yeman Boakai, as he stirs the affairs of our nation, Liberia. This is what the Secretary General posted. We wait to see whether the Ministry of Marcos and Parcos will what they will say tomorrow. So this is the statement from the Secretary General of the Unity Party, Amos Tuah. Yeah, he's urging Unity partisans to refrain from discussing the health status of President Weah. And so if you want to listen to him, listen to him. If you want to listen to him, but if you misbehave, we'll get people to misbehave too. If you ain't misbehave, we'll not misbehave. They're equal, no party. So that's how we roll. If you like it, that A. If you ain't like it, that A. When you don't misbehave, hi. When you misbehave, we get people to misbehave too. Okay, folks. So let's move into this report. And then we jump. Yeah. Liberia is bleeding. Those of you in the US, and other parts of Europe, yeah, I think I want download. So this is the 2025 investment climate statements on Liberia. On Liberia. So how does Liberia space look like? How does it look? Is it comfortable? Is our climate for doing business comfortable? Is our climate is a climate year? You know climate these of the talks of the environment, right? Yeah, the environment. So the environment Liberia has here, the environment, our business environment, is it safe? Yeah, is it safe? What do we look for to determine that the environment is safe? We must be taking strong or decisive steps to fight corruption or tackle corruption, right? Are we taking them? No. We must have a strong and independent judiciary, right? Do we have a strong and independent judiciary? No. We can't be running a police state, right? Where people taking laws into their own hands because they do not trust the police, right? Do we have that? No. People taking laws in their own hands here, they don't trust the police. So the environment is not safe. Are we a country or a people that take bribes or solicit bribes? Yes, our government officials are soliciting bribes on a daily basis. It is in the report. I can read it for you. The Americans themselves wrote these things in the report. They wrote it. So when we talk about the climate, that's the climate. That's the environment to do business. Liberia's environment to do business. That's what they do. How does Liberia environment look when it comes to doing business? Is it a comfortable place to go? Is it a safe place to go? Can we encourage our American friends, our American investors, our European friends, our European investors to go to Liberia to do business? The Americans have said no. They can't encourage American firms, American investors, European firms, European investors to come here to do business. They said it clearly. They'll tell you why. Let's go to why. We're not going to read the entire report. We're going to read that portion. Huh? Yeah, we're not going to read the whole book. We're going to read only that portion. Only that portion. Because it is openness to and restrictions upon foreign investment, policies toward foreign direct investment. Let's go. Okay, yeah. Limits on foreign control and rights to private ownership and establishment. So this is it. They said in the report, and I'm reading. Let me just download the report, man. Let me download this one from here. Download. Yes. Open file. It's more. Let me twist it. The people say now they're celebrating and say Liberia is making progress. I laugh at Gafan. Gafan is another mess and another embarrassment. Gafan said that and tell people Liberia is making progress. 2025 Liberia investment climate statement. See, you can't tell Liberia making progress. Liberia making progress where? Is it Liberia making? Well, yeah, John Issa to read the key question. They say infrastructure is an especially glaring need, and there are opportunities with electricity generation. They're criticizing Georgia for doing nothing. The Americans are praising electricity generation, airport infrastructure, and transportation, particularly roads and bridges. Liberia's largely commodities-based economy relies heavily on imports, even for most basic needs like fuel, machinery, and transport equipment, clothing, and rice. Liberia's most important staple food. The economy has a low infrastructure base that is susceptible to external shocks due to its heavy reliance on exports of primary products, including iron ore, gold, diamonds, rubber, or oil palm, and timber. This is what they didn't want to tell you. The steps that we are took today, the Americans are praising your country. For infrastructure, infrastructure progress in infrastructure due to electricity expansion and all of that. Let's go to where I wanted to talk about. Okay, yes, this is a openness, section 1 of the report. So section 1 of the report, section 1 of the report talks about openness to and restrictions upon foreign investment, policies toward foreign direct investment. The National Investment Commission, the NRC is Liberia's investment promotion agency, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Despite the government's efforts to encourage investment in Liberia, foreign investors report difficulties in meeting with government officials due to investment deals to discuss investment deals unless bribes are offered. No, you didn't get that. The report said despite government's efforts to encourage investment in Liberia, foreign investors, they can go complain. They say they're complaining. Foreign investors report difficulties in meeting with government officials to discuss investment deals unless bribes are offered. Investors come, for example, investors maybe in Europe or America, and they want to have a conversation with maybe finance minister or commerce minister or any. They are complaining in America to the Americans. They're complaining that those people can request money from us. They can ask us for money just to go sit down and have discussions with them. The people want to come here to invest. When they call Jeremiah Kuhn and say, oh, we want to meet the vice president and blah, blah, say, oh, you gotta bring something, you gotta bring something. They can't talk to the people. So if the people don't give money to them just to sit down and hold conversations about the possibility of investing in Liberia, our officials are demanding bribes, soliciting bribes. The last time I heard in a report about government officials soliciting bribes from investors were under the UP government, civil money D, and all of that. The most TV reports on our concessionaires that came here. That was the last time I heard. So UP folks are related. UP folks and soliciting bribes are intertwined. They are twin. They are inseparable. You can separate UP folks from soliciting bribes. There, solicitation of bribes has resurfaced in Liberia. 6 years on, we never heard this phrase in any international report. We are hearing it again. It has resurfaced that our government can solicit bribes. Somebody has millions in America or Europe and wants to come here to invest, and our officials are demanding you talk it. They say, oh, Austin Kawa and KOK then and Abu Sheri then can lie. They are tarnishing the reputation of the government. These are the Americans speaking, reporting. They say investors that come here or they attempt to come here to have meeting with officials of the government, they are denied if they don't pay bribes just to have conversation. Not only that, they say a weak legal and regulatory framework, lack of transparency in contract awards, low levels of skilled local labor, and widespread corruption. Also deters foreign direct investment. And scare them. Whether investors want to come here and pump that money in here. They want to come here themselves to pump money, foreign direct investment. Well, maybe what we say, Microsoft, for example, wants to come here to directly invest here. I don't know, man. We can't go down there. No, the only thing we do, we are going to form, because the climate is poor, is corrupt, the solicited bribes and all of that. And Microsoft, for example, is a reputable business, a brand. We can't go to Liberia and be giving bribe. No. That's not going to be good for our business image, our brand. So we're not going. But we can use a subsidiary, to do some investment there. Say we do want to look for money, no problem. But we can go in as Microsoft, foreign direct investment. So these companies sitting there, they will not come here directly to invest in your country because they are afraid, they're concerned. They want to protect their business reputations. They want to protect their business brands. Because the country is corrupt under Joe Barker, because Joe Barker and Jeremiah Kunde are soliciting bribes before to even hold conversations with those investors. People say, no, we can't come here, we're not coming. Somebody say, Facebook, Microsoft, and iPhone, they all have stuff in Ghana and all of that. And they're not in Liberia. I said, what did they come and do, Liberia? What did they come and do, Liberia? So you can go big the people. No, you gotta go see. You gotta go see the VPO. That go and see VP that man. They didn't stop there. Government officials view foreign investors. See what they say about government officials. The report says government officials view foreign investors as opportunities for short-term growth, rather than as partners in creating long-term growth for the benefit of the country. See that? As investor here, hey, government minister that opportunity here now, they go steal. The opportunity, they go steal. So they see these investment opportunities as they see these investors. Hey, you start calling the phone here. Start calling the phone. They see these foreign investors as an immediate opportunity, a short-term opportunity to steal. So when you say Dangote wants to come here and build a refinery in Liberia, boom, they consider that as an opportunity. Oh, they want to build a refinery, yeah, but then come in Nako. But then bring something up front. Eh? They bring something up front. How many may build 2 refineries here? One in the capital and one out station. The main point was 32 million. I mean, I tell 2 million. Let me bring something back. Let me bring something. Let me put something up front. Eh? They won't get rich now. They won't steal. This is what the Americans are reporting about their country under Joe Barker that promised to fight corruption in the face of the LACC. They didn't stop there. They said rather than about they say government decisions affecting the business sector are driving. Listen, government decisions affecting the business sector are driven more by political cronyism than investment climate considerations. Political cronyism than investment climate conditions. Let's use Musa Belete as a case study. Musa Belete is not a member of the Unity Party. He does not support the current government. You see what happening? The government is after his business, his investment. Only because he is not a member of the ruling party. Political cronyism. They protect their cronies, their friends, their family members, businesses, and they go after real investors, real businesses, established ones that have been established over 20, 30, 40 years. They've been doing a particular business. The moment you shift from supporting them, they go after your business. So the business climate is not safe. The business climate is not safe. This is what the Americans are saying. It's not transparent. There's a huge lack of transparency in the business sector, in the business climate in Liberia. Osikawa cannot bid for a contract and wins it. Even if he has the capacity to do the job, to perform the job, or to provide the service, he will not get it. Don't waste your time. Why? Because he's a critic of the government, even though his criticism of the government is not stopping him or his business or his company from providing the service that the government needs. So they stop you from doing business. Austin Kawah cannot go to China or go to Paris or go to Madrid and bring an investment here. They will further investment, they will further investor and send that investor back because what? That Austin Kawah bringing an investor here. And Austin Kawah only crime is because he is not supporting the Unity Party. But if Austin supports the UP, yes, Austin can go to Paris or to Madrid and bring an investor here to come and invest in money in the money industry or in the service sector. No issue. So the business climate there's a lack of transparency in the business climate. The only people who can do business in this country right now and doing business here are people who are members of the Unity Party and its alliance. Is that lie? Is that false? Is that untrue? It's not. That's not lie. I use Musa Berete as a case study. But I know a case where a big brother brought a company here. He brought some investors. And the guys wanted to invest their money in building a gold refinery in our country. You know what they told the guy? They told the guy to transfer his ownership, transfer his share, and transfer his to the extent they want to transfer his relationship with the investors to a United Party person. They did not see the bigger picture. They don't care about the bigger picture. That Liberia is going to build a gold refinery here. It means our gold is going to be kept right here. Sold here, produced here, and the value is going to increase. And when you refine your gold here, what does that mean? It's going to increase revenue. LRA is going to raise more money. Because all the gold different here, be Madi people, they take it, they carry it to Turkey and then to Europe. We are expanding those economies. We are widening those economies. Because those people take all the gold from here and carry, they pay taxes on it, they pay insurance to international firms. The insurance they pay to international firms. Even the transportation. They pay transportation, they pay insurance, they pay different taxes and fees. They go and process and refine them, and they sell and make billions. And once they make billions, obviously they pay taxes on those billions and billions from our raw materials that are extracted from here. So if we are refining our gold here, selling them to the international market, we pay more money here. People will rush here to come and buy here. We keep the money right in the country. But if people say no, the Americans say in Liberia, I mean the UP men say no, they may should transfer everything, their ownership, they share everything. They may say no. Then they told the man, but man, you're not serious, you ready? They may say me and you are not serious. I went way down there and brought an investor. This man is coming to build. This man, people are coming here to build a gold refinery, a processor. Right here to supply Europe with finished product. Finished product. We manufacture right here. We mine the gold here. We process the gold here. We refine the gold here and into finished products. We manufacture the chains here, the rings here, the earring, the everything. Right here. So all those 20,000, 30,000, 100,000, 150,000 gold diamond watches, people are manufacturing in Europe and America. We can manufacture them right here because we have the raw material here. We just need to build the processor here, the refinery here, and refine them into finished products. Do you know why these people come here and pay 100,000, 200,000, 400,000 for gold diamond watch a ring here? It's going to expand the economy, grow the economy. Simon Freeman the other day was on one radio station, I think at OKFM, talking about his watch cost over, I think, 300,000 of stuff. I texted one of my friends from OK. I said, ask that man, where did he buy that watch? Where in Europe? I mean, Simon Freeman took $300,000 from Liberia's economy and spent it in a European economy. You get the point? So the guys there, I mean, you're serious. I mean, not serious. Only because the guy refused to turn his ownership, transfer his ownership to them. They said they prefer the investor going back. Or going to a different country. They don't come Liberia. I know the case about some beer. Some beer, when I call the beer name, same thing they did. The beer was here, the guy was here doing their business. He got a patent, everything, importing his beer in the country. The UP folks fought that guy. As soon as UP came to power, they started fighting the man. What happened? The man said, you know what happened? Me and you're not get fighting Benin. Joe, we are. That's my man. I'm not a partisan of CDC, but we are that my man. Y'all want for me? The man go for RPD. They refuse to give the man, to issue the man his RPD to bring his product. First time the product lost on the market. Scarce on the market. Second time, me say, you know what I mean? The one that in stock, I will sell it. I leave it from here, I go in Nigeria, I go in sell. The man went Nigeria, got all his documents processed in one day. All his documents processed in one day. The man start shipping to Nigeria. What happened? LRA, we lost. Well, that man was paying taxes. He was paying taxes. So he had maybe 3, 4, 5, maybe 15, 20 warehouses across the country. He has shut down all those warehouses. And the owners of those warehouses now, they're not making money because the man shut them down. So you have taken money from another group of Liberians only because of UP's arrogance and lack of interest in wanting to do real business and they try real investment. So all the warehouses are shut down. The owners now have stopped making that. They 2,000-3,000 they were getting annually. They stopped. The taxes you were paying per bottle, because you see all the bottles, these drinks, the beverages, and you see the LRA stamp on it. That's what LRA use to calculate their taxes and their GST. That GST stamp is on the beverages. They stamp it. That's what LRA use to calculate the GST that these companies or these importers, basically people are paying them. So LRA will lose all. Somebody selling 500 to 1 million bottles of alcohol. Before Sesmo, in Sesmo, they may be selling more than 2 million bottles. Do you know how much dollars you're talking about that men were paying on taxes? So they fought the man left the country and went somewhere else. Now, these are just cases involving Liberians. You saw what Sekou Dougle, the other MPA corrupt fool. You saw what he did to the Chinese guy. Went for the Chinese man, took the Chinese man, took the man millions from him, and went and invested in his name to build water factory. Today, Baka has done nothing to Sekou Dougle. He and Mamaka Beretin in there protecting Sekou Dougle. Nothing has happened to him. The investors are going back complaining. So when the Americans say in the report that investors are complaining that people are soliciting bribes and the investment claimant here is not transparent, these are the issues that they're talking about. They're not lying. Because when these investors come here and they get duped or they get asked for bribes to get bribes just to meet with government officials, they go back and communicate with their partners, their friends. They see when you get journalists, all journalists in one chat room. In one chat room. You get all the lawyers in one get a lawyer chat room. All the lawmakers get a lawmaker chat room. All the who else again? The engineers get an engineering chat room. That's how these business people got business networks. They have their business networks. They communicate their experiences in Liberia to their colleagues. And you think their colleagues are going to hear the experiences from those who have already been victimized and they will come here to invest their monies? No. These guys will keep their millions in Europe and America and bring $100,000, $200,000 here, build one makeshift structure in Babolu and call a office and start manning your goal, take everything and ship it to Europe, make millions, and our country remain in poverty. That's all they will do. And that's exactly what's happening to our country. People come here with $500,000, $100,000, $200,000. They spend $200,000 to lease a property for maybe 15, 20 years. They stay in a lot of apartments in Cinco and rehab there in Central Moravia. They go to the bush, spend $100,000 or $75,000 there on the equipment or low level equipment to man their go down and go. They extract them from your country and go. Nothing is left. But Piano will sit down on Mika platform tomorrow and causing people, man. When the Americans, I saw recently they are celebrating Sarah Yanti meeting Marco Rubio, the U.S. Secretary of State. I laugh. You see the report I follow? And the report, I think the report issued today in October, September. The report was published in September. They're celebrating Sarah Yanti meeting with the U.S. Secretary of State. The question is, what is she bringing home from the meeting? The president went down there and met with Donald Trump. He didn't bring Iraq home. Then the foreign minister go meet the secretary, the U.S. foreign minister. Then you're running all around. I'm like, what's up with Liberians? We don't know what we want. We don't know what we want. The Americans are publishing these damning reports on Liberia. And you have a meeting with the U.S. Secretary of State and thinking he's bringing money here. Thinking he will take the American investors, put them in one cartoon and bring them to Liberia. No. President Sirleaf met world leaders. This is Liberia. For us. George Weah met world leaders. This is Liberia for us. Liberia is the only country who can celebrate just meeting a big leader or a big president. That's all. For us, we achieve. Liberia has achieved everything. Liberia is well on course now. Sarah Yanti, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, has met with the U.S. Secretary of State. Liberia will already certify. Tomorrow you're here, PRN celebrating that thing. That the Minister of Foreign Affairs has met with the U.S. Secretary of State. And brought back what? And achieved what? And comes home with nothing? With no real opportunities for Liberians and for our country? And we see that as an achievement. For Sarah Yanti as an individual, yes, it is a big achievement for her because she is the Minister of Foreign Affairs. All ministers of foreign affairs across the world who wish for an opportunity to meet the U.S. Secretary of State. All of them. That is a powerful person. So yes, but as she's meeting the U.S. Foreign Minister or Secretary of State, the U.S. is publishing this damning report on Liberia. This report that will scare or that has already scared American investors and European investors from coming to this country. They will not come here. This is an alert to Americans and Europeans. Once the Americans have already published, this report goes worldwide. Investors are reading these reports. Even African investors are reading these reports on Liberia. That in Liberia, we can solicit bribes. Government officials see these see investors as an opportunity for graft, for corruption to steal. They will not come here. They will not come. This is a disgrace to Joe Biden. So instead of us sitting down, but see the man Joe Biden has as his investment ambassador on investment. And not car thief. You tell a man who has a notorious history of stealing cars from the very US. You will go buy a stolen car in America. You will go join people to steal car in America, knowing it. Ship stolen vehicles to Liberia and call it bush and bush meat. You made that kind of man ambassador on tree and investment. And you think because investors are going to take you, Joe Biden, serious? You take Obama, that man, that common car thief. They can take people money from people to buy Toyota Camry, 2002 Toyota Camry. You will take money from people to even pay, for car, to give them to 1,800, 2,000 taken from people for car, and you will eat the people money and don't deliver the car. Joe Biden, that kind of man, appoints him as the face for Liberia's investment and trade. They will say, "Oh yeah, we come see investors coming to the country." No, all his BM friend, it will open up corridor for him to interact with all of his BM friends because you have diplomatic passport, he just diplomatic immunities to go meet his friends and cut these, dirty these, nasty these. That's all. It's not going to benefit the country. It's going to benefit him. We talk, then I say, "Oh, yeah. No, not because we are not supporting Unity Party. That because we want the better for this country. You can't run a country like this. TV, big rogues, criminals. From the president down, corrupt individuals. See what you've done to the country? The Nigerians are reading this report. The Ghanaians are reading this report. The East Africans are reading this report. Our neighbors in the sub-region, they are reading these statements from the US. It does not give any confidence. It takes away investors' confidence in your country. That's what it does. When investors hear that your country is corrupt, your country is enjoying widespread corruption. I mean, everywhere in Liberia, every corner in Liberia you go, the country is corrupt. That's what it means. Corruption is everywhere. It's common. It's living with us. And our officials, our government officials, are found in the habit of soliciting bribes to even hold meeting with an investor, to sit down with an investor, to talk, to have a conversation. The U.S. government is saying our officials can solicit bribes. The U.S. government is telling you, telling those investors that our judiciary is weak. When I say, you can say, "Oh, yeah, the Chief Justice are old man." And you see it. And the judiciary will get weaker because there's an increase in police brutality across the country. The police see the police see the citizens as enemies, and the citizens see the police as threat. So they're not even working together. They are taking the laws in their hands. Not just that, the judiciary is a mess, a big mess. You take a chief justice that has a history of being corrupt, of soliciting bribes, and making chief justice. He comes to power. The first thing that his mind, his five senses are busy about is to recommend his son for appointment. The same political cronyism the U.S. government talking about. If the chief justice at the highest, the main seated at the highest level of our justice system or the judiciary is recommending his son for appointment in the very judiciary that he presides over, this is a clear evidence of political cronyism that the U.S. State Department mentioned in this report. He didn't get a job because he's qualified. No. He got a job because his pa is the chief justice and his pa recommended him. Political cronyism. Then his follow and said he didn't violate any law. The chief justice is ignorant to the law, to our laws on nepotism. The chief justice is ignorant to our law on nepotism, the code of conduct for public officials. Speak strongly against nepotism. I get job, then I recommend Austin Kawa Jr. I say, Austin, make us sit down in my office as my special assistant. Even if Austin has master's degree, he did not compete for the job. He didn't apply for the job. He didn't compete for the job. That's nepotism. I only favor him because he's my son. Nothing else. If my son is too qualified or is so qualified, why can't he go and use his qualification to get a job somewhere else to work? But in my office, they not go through any vetting. They not go through any. Even if Austin is qualified and there is a job in my office, he will not come here to work. You know why? Because it's going to be difficult. Imagine I'm in the office at his senior management level and my son applies for a job. Vacancy is advertised and Austin decides to apply for the job. He applied for the job and he's qualified and everything. The fact that I'm in senior management position in the office, even if I don't tell the vetting panel or the interviewing panel or the HR people to hire him, they will still prefer him, or they may still prefer him because he is my son. Or his presence there with that name may undermine the independence of the work that they're doing, which could lure him into the job. So the best thing, the code of conduct said, no, don't allow your children, your family members into your professional circle for work, for opportunities. Ten scholarship come to go to America for study. Boom, the year Austin Kawa among the 10. Who is Austin Kawa? He's deputy minister or deputy managing director or minister or managing director. But they send Nigerian in. Obviously. Well, Austin was on his university campus and the scholarship went there, information went there, and he decided to apply. Who is going to be convinced that I did not use my influence in government to give Austin a scholarship, a government scholarship too? Who's going to be like, how is that going to make sense? The best thing, my man, yeah, deputy minister or deputy managing director or minister, you can afford to pay your son's school fee. Go pay his school fees. Go pay his school fees. Or go find scholarship somewhere else. Private scholarship, not government scholarship. Because there are many people who need that scholarship than Austin. Because Austin Park can afford. That's the essence of the code of conduct. To promote accountability, transparency in public service. And people just about Joe Braga saying children to go study on government scholarship. So many of China, including his daughter-in-law when he was vice president. So the people, these guys have the mindset about Braga and people is that the only opportunity in life is in government. Outside of government, you cannot get any opportunity to survive. That's the mindset. So they will always chase government job and government opportunities, government services. Baka was born in government. He grew up in government. He went to school on government. He did everything on government. Everything about Joe Baka life on government. Everything about his life on government. School, wow, everything on the government. Work, everything. The biggest beneficiary of patronage, of the patronage system in the country, that Joe Baka. Let me emphasize, the biggest surviving beneficiary of political patronage in this country, that Joe Baka. This is the oldest surviving beneficiary of political patronage. He got everything in life on government. Everything. The time he was agriculture minister, he was not among the first, he was not among over 300,000 qualified people for that job. LPRC, he was not among 1 million qualified people for that job. He has never been amongst the best. Baka has never been amongst the best for all the jobs he held in government. Let's argue it. He has never, LPMC, the same thing. Baka has never been the best or amongst the best for all the jobs he held in government. All the jobs were getting on political patronage. That him today, he president, and he's doing the same thing. See the people around Baka in your office. Who you see there? The same thing. 99% of them. His political cronies. Even to give for a regional body to appoint a secretary or head of secretariat. For a regional body to appoint head of secretariat for Liberia. You be mean and say no. Master Kimaya will not get it because he is a WIA supporter. This is because he's not a Liberian or he's not qualified. He said because he is a WIA supporter. Political patronage, cronyism, exactly what the US mentioned in your report. So nobody can argue it. Nobody can argue what the US government has published because that's a fact. And somebody talk, you other people. Then I will conclude on the insult, and then we'll go take course. Somebody say over the weekend, one of my friends, you know the UP men, they're corny. They love to play smart and play victim at the end of it. They will start the insult, they will start the war. When they are losing the war, then they start playing victim. They forget to know they started the war. When they say AK-47, you say use GMG on it. They say, oh, why are you using heavy weapon? No, but we're fighting now. You can tell what kind of weapon to use. I don't waste time to destroy you. We warned them. We warned them before. We warned them about keeping the discourse. The other days, there are people in some of these officials' offices that I'm going to call. I'm going to call names. They have the habit of going on social media and speaking in a condescending manner, using sarcasm to address George Weah. They use sarcastic remarks against George Weah or to address George Weah. Some use insult invectives to address, while addressing George Weah. When you call George Weah, when we call George Weah Mr. President, they get angry. But they don't even call George Weah former president. They call him George Weah. Just like that, they call him George Weah. They call him Weah. We say, okay, no issue. Mr. Weah said, no issue, my man. My name Weah. The people call me Weah. He said, even Baka addressing the State of the Nation address, he won't call me weird. Then he just put weird inside his statement. I get issue. I get time for then he put weird. That's nothing. Calling me weird will not take away my popularity, will not take away my love, will not take away my tolerance, will not get me angry, will not get me aggressive. So let them do anything they want to do. Anything they want to do, let them do it. That's why you see the whole nonsense about President Tato, the whole knows that because he himself say, my man, gentlemen, let people call me any way they want to call me. And we move. You hear anybody complaining about Tato in Liberia? And are you before crying all day? They are the ones crying about Tato. Why you calling him? Why you calling him? The men are president address the men properly. They are the ones crying for addressing somebody. Properly. But when they addressing the political leader of the CDC, they say Joe, we are. When you call that political leader Joe Baga, they say my man, the men are president addressing properly. They are the ones crying now to address properly, right? They say addressing properly. We call him Joe. We call him Joe B. Joe Baga. They get say address the man properly. That man, you're all the ones saying Baga to his every grave. Then you won't be putting pressure. I mean, you won't be causing other people political leader. Joe Baga stand there, you shout one time, hey! Baga will jack, he will faint. He will faint. Then you won't be putting more on Joe here. Baga is attending a national event here. Bah! That people will go off. They may want a own inauguration. See the man inauguration. At his inauguration, nobody shot in your ear, nobody pinched, nobody did anything. There was no gunshot. The man fainted on the stage. Nothing happened. He fainted. Man, what can you stay and faint by himself? That he the one you want can start causing people and putting pressure. You're putting pressure on Joe Baga for nothing, for free. I feel for that old man. I feel for him. Because some all the way out here already had. When we say every day, we're not talking government here. We're not talking anything about government. Let's talk Joe Baga. Then we'll start crying again. Then you'll start talking moral. You will start talking religion. You will start talking culture and all of that. It's some culture. This is disrespectful. The Bible says, children, obey your parents. It said, parents, provoke your child to anger not. The Bible says, children, obey your parents. And the Bible caution the parents. Say, parents, provoke your child to anger not. Me, don't provoke your children to anger. When you provoke them, they mad. See the intuition that those biblical scholars saw. Say, no, that's true. Traditionally, the child is supposed to obey the parents. But on the other hand, it's not nice. It's uncultured. It's not a smart move for you, the parent, to provoke the child to anger. Because the Bible or those biblical scholars were aware of a potential consequence or consequences associated with the parents provoking the child, the children to anger. Because the person is saying that the person mind is in you. And you just provoke that child into anger, that child may not be able to hold the emotion. They might say something or do something that will be disrespectful to you, the parent. That's what the Bible says. Parents, provoke your child to anger not. Or do not provoke your child to anger. So Joe Baga had been sitting himself in that executive mansion and you get PRN, useless people that PRN saying that all around here, insulting people every day, putting their mouths on people every day, and he's not saying anything. He's not one his official. President Sirleaf discipline ministers, officials of a government, including the very legitimate PR man. You have to apologize to Ewing, Bernard Ewing. Eddie yourself apologize to Ewing. When they see PR man insulted Bernard Ewing. Joe Barker was vice president. You were here when CDC disciplined Eugene Fagon. When he was deputy minister and he disrespected officials, including Edwin Snow. You saw what we did. How come Joe Barker is sitting in the country? He's the president of the country, and the disrespect, the insult is coming from all over. They're dropping them in Jamaica or on Nile Street. Everything at George Weah. Today, Barker has not said anything. But you know what? I told you all that Barker will not say anything about, he will not punish any official of this government that is insulting George Weah, because that is the standard. That is Mr. Barker's standard, he has said. Mr. Barker himself has disrespected George Weah on multiple occasions. He has been discourteous against George Weah on many occasions. It is because of Mr. Weah that this country is peaceful today. And that's why they're getting angry. That's why they're getting angry. What the previous said is the fact. It is because of Mr. Weah that we got peace and God first, and we are enjoying peace today. Barker threatened to bring war in the country, and he lost the election. He threatened to end the country. You saw what they killed, the public murdering of seditions in this country. 2023 elections, only because they wanted the presidency. Do you really think seditions could not retaliate? If sedition or are seditions retaliated, do you think Joe Barker would have been or will be president today? If sedition has said, hey, we are going after Queen Johnson, we'll go to her, we'll beat her and burn her or kill her. Big because of what she did to what they got name. We're going to her to go look for her. That Queen here passing all around. Nobody get time for her. So you go to Ambition, you see her there. You go, so no, one day say you be one. Not one day Queen will tell you, say you need a party person saw her in the street and cause her or attack her for trash or killing, for leaving the killing of Joshua. She will not tell you. That's how peaceful, tolerant, and forgiving seditions and reactions are. They don't pay evil for evil. They live with your creator. They don't pay evil for evil. We saw how she led the killing of Joshua here during the campaign. Barker has not said a word about that. Has sedition retaliated? They were going to say, oh, sedition, they're violent. They're violent. Today, the parents, the friends of Joshua are still mourning his loss. Tamamomo in Lofa, they stoned that man to death like they did Stephen during biblical days. They stoned Tamamomo to death, all in the name of politics and campaigning and defending Joe Barker. What has Barker said and done in that place? Nothing. They didn't stop there. They organized Lofa Defense Force, placed them in red and gave them classes. Under the guise of EFF, took them to Lofa. What did they do? Yaya Siseden, seditions, they were arrested in Lofa. They were tabbed. Their phones and everything, they were beaten, tortured, humiliated in Lofa. All in the name of politics. Seditions did nothing. Yaya still knows exactly those people. Emmanuel Gongwa is here. Nobody is going after him. His EFF people led the attack against Yaya and the other seditions who are poor washers who are going to do that poor washer work. Did you see sedition running around or attacking anybody or paying back? No. Bro, that's why I see the police people do this. They say, oh, they running, go out of sedition, seeing seditions as threat. I say, this guy, where are these guys? Seditions, men were killed here. Seditions did not retaliate. But they could have done it. And they still have the capacity to do it. But just jumping all around the place like grasshopper. Jump, you pass, you see, you be launching a lot of missile against Georgia. You pass, launch a lot of missile against Georgia. Just cause they're not discussing we as government. They're not discussing his performance. They're not bringing any facts. Even when they choose to discuss the government, they will always start their discussion about we are with insult and conclude their discussion about we are with insult. Nobody said don't criticize George Weah. George Weah is cooked in criticism. I cannot tell you don't criticize George Weah. George Weah is a politician. He's a political leader of the biggest political party in the country. Obviously, there will be political attacks or criticisms against him. But when you start to insult him or disrespect him, he and his wife and family, then you are provoking attack against against Joe Baka and Kutumu Baka. And that's the message tonight I want you to carry home. We will accept any form of criticism, any form against George Weah. But what we will not accept is an insult against him or his wife or seditions. The other one jump out today. See what they post. They can't jump out and call seditions. I'm like, what's happened to this guy? What kind of arrogance is this? And you know, No, I didn't see it, guys. I didn't see that video. They can just wake up in the morning and just post editions or somebody can say support us. The other man, they say he's a blogger for them. I screenshot a post and send it to him in inbox and tell him, my man, you gotta be careful. You want to attack George Weah, you want to criticize George Weah, go ahead and criticize George Weah. It's part of the politics. George Weah led this country for 6 years. He didn't do everything perfectly. So obviously, we should expect that UP folks will criticize him. There were corrupt people in Weah government. UP people come to power. We expect that UP will arrest or follow politics with the facts and arrest or investigate and prosecute people who were corrupt under George Weah government. Yes. But when you just wake up one morning, you take sedition, you put on and you say, stupid people. Sedition don't get sense. What is that? What kind of rudeness is that? They don't know. Okay, you say that putting more on people, causing people. Now I see Eddie Snow speaking in the Senate. They don't there presiding over the Senate and he's addressing Mr. President. I'm like, but they don't make is facilitating people where in your office there insulting George Weah. Where in your office? They protest. Daniel Sando is the protest, their son. It's a son to the protest. The other girl who was here insulting Weah recently, it's like a daughter of who to Yombli. What have they said? Nothing. Just the other day, another one from who used to wear the bang, he posted on Facebook about George Weah have again, about George Weah Benin. Calling George Weah a thief, criminal on Facebook. He works with the LPRC. And I know him. What do you think will happen? People will not go for him, they may choose to go for a boss man. You think when you're tiny footy puppet having a say rescue puppets, you think when you go start insulting George Weah or insulting other people, you think that you're coming for? Who going for your bosses? An insult to George against George Weah will require an insult against Joe Baka. A disrespect against George Weah will require a disrespect against Joe Baka. From tonight, from Thursday last week, I said it, moving forward, this is the instruction. An insult against George Weah will be repaired with an insult against Joe Baka. A disrespect against George Weah will see a proportional disrespect against Baka. You go for to Weah, we send it to Katumu Baka. Thank God, George Weah will more Joe we are married, you 1 more year. Joe Baga to marry, you 1 more year. You call Claudia, you cover Katomu Baga. It equal. Until you people can sit down and say, this place here, we are the ruling party, we are in charge of the country. Let's focus on governance and let's stop encouraging our policies and our supporters to start to keep disrespecting George Weah and his wife and insulting seditions and supporters of George Weah. Hey, we will not rest. They ping on the Facebook. Journalists. But he's a supporter. He's openly supporting Weah, that we are openly supporting Braga, that we are openly supporting George Weah. And if I say CDC supporters, that gets sense. I say, hey, okay. That George Weah you causing here, now George Weah you attacking you take a whole group of people and put them in one basket and insult everybody. Then you say the people should not respond to you or they should not reply you. When they do, then they rude. When they do, they rude. Yeah. I won't be, if that one, I won't be rude. The day anybody, the only thing I will spare is the day you wake up money, you cause George Weah. George Weah get plenty of people to cause your back. So I ain't even gotta be on the list. But you poor supporters of Weah or Weah supporters. That one that all you talking to. I will down myself can answer. Myself will can answer. I can remember failing in school. That one thing I can remember. In a 70 say, I will get it. Because the first time I go to the school, I say, just tell me your grading skill or stuff. When you say from 60 up pass, 70 up pass, 70 up pass, I take it, I keep it at the back of my head. I'll go and sit down in your class. I go and study on my phone, I read and do something. Because I don't want to go fee. Because and the reason why I don't pay for, because me and no teacher or instructor can't be having money conversation where I come and go give you money for grade. Or I can't go beg you for grade. No. Me and nobody. My record of AMU. All the short and there. UP people they all taught me. But if you can't, from NASCAR, Nana. In the man, yeah, he taught me business law. Yeah. UP people then taught me. Me and nobody. Go AMU. Nobody in AMU go in there and say, oh, Osi Kawaka asked me for grade. No. Me and nobody get grade business. So I can't remember the last time I failed in school. No, I can't remember. Because I know it says at 70, I'll go for the lowest passing grade. I would prefer going for A. It must just come from my head. Because I'm not going to pay nobody for grade. Me and nobody. I ever had it. So my school I went to, my sacrifice a day. You go pay school fee one day on AMU. You can say, oh, AMU can contribute to Osika school. Then you just work out one money and sedition and supporter we are your door. Idiot. Stupid people. That kind of nonsense. You go see some of the people that say I can be causing all. They're laughing nothing better. So big mess. So at times I can click on their profile pictures when they misbehaving under my post. When I see some of them, I can be discouraged. So what I can do, I'll block you. I'll delete your comment. Or I'll block you. Or I delete your comment. Or if we are friends, I unfriend you. Because I'm gonna go cause you, but I'm gonna go interact with you. Sometimes I can leave that comment there and just ignore them. So before I respond to people on Facebook, what can be at the room, I can click on their profile to see the quality of the person I can respond to. Because I'm gonna waste my energy. Because some of the people that me calling up better, one guy call me better driven one day on Facebook. I didn't see it. My sister screenshot the point and say the children can be cursing you, she can have there. See the children can just be cursing me on Facebook. She can be vexed. So I say, I can laugh. He say, the training here because you on Facebook all day, and you got. I say you gotta live with it for the rest of your life. Once I'm into politics or propaganda, obviously. I go tell the person in profile, I go see the person that called me better driven. You know, so now, yeah, it good to keep some messages. So I click on the person there, I click on the message to see what that person have crossed path before. I went in the message inbox. Guess what I go see there? I go see the person who asked me in 2017. 2017, the person texted me to ask me for help to pay their school fees at Zion. 2017, the person texted me to ask me for money to help. They said they wanted me, I should give them, I think, $65. Let me see. Okay, yeah. 65. He said, "Ah, school fee were not correct. They wanted 65 to help me. I should help them with 65 to add on their school fee to go pay their school fees in Zion." 2017. I go see it there. So I screenshot it. Then I send it back to the person. I said, "Are you calling me better driven? That you calling me better driven?" He ran to the post. He went and told a comment. He deleted a comment from under my post. I called. I said, "You didn't have to delete your comment from my post." Some of you have to be careful. You need to look. One thing we're taught, what some of our propaganda training we went through, all our journalism training, is all in news gathering. They will tell you it's important. In fact, they will tell you always know the news maker or the interviewing. It's not advisable that you go to interview somebody you don't know. I'll place it in this context. When you in a game of propaganda, you don't just criticize. You can criticize issues. Good, because you know the issues, or you should know the issues. But in propaganda, to go start criticizing an individual or fighting an individual that you don't know is risky. Because you might be calling somebody better driven that you don't even know who they are, what they have, what they own, what they've earned for themselves, how they are surviving. You don't know all these things. Then you call a person better driven. How you know the person are better driven? How you know? How you know the person are better driven? You know people, you just go Facebook. I'm comparing Joe Weah to Joe Baka. The man is brave to tell me Joe Weah started bathing in hall, Nan Street Hall, a ABC play, all of government money. That because of government money, he paid that play. He didn't have money. I wanted to ignore it. I said no. Probably the man is very stupid and he needs to get some senses beating in his head. Now, somebody who built his Nan Street residence, they burned it down. And he started building that place before he even became president. They didn't know. Go in the community and ask. Hey, ABC place, he started building that place before he became president. Go in the community again and ask. Say, when people started building a place? And Mr. We are going to stop that project because of the campaign activity or getting or drawing closer. The political, politics that 1 year straight, not stop. 1 year to campaign, non stop. So he paused that whole thing. He didn't want distraction. In the community, go to ABC, what ABC had a place. Ask the people there when they men started building a place. When he acquired the land, some of them think that new land Joe Weah bought when he became president. He owned that land ever since. When some of you are 20 years old, when I born one, we are own that land. I mean, acquire that land. So you don't know people. You just want to talk because you hear other people talking. You just want to talk because you hear people talking. We are paying Nan Street, he pay ABC, everything. I said, okay, what if Baka bill for your own property? Also have government job. Because before you accuse we are of building a non-school resident in with government money or on government job, tell me what Braga own outside of government money, outside of government job. What has Braga own? The Braga first time in your whole life riding or private jet back to back in private jet back to back that on government money because he president. He a right to afford it. To ride private jet back to back. We are riding private jet back to back. Or a professional career. Laugh, you have been fly. So we did not need to be president to ride or to fly private jet. We did not need to be president to ride private jet. We did not need to be president to ride luxurious cars. We did not need to be president to live in luxurious houses. We did not need to be president to live a luxurious life. We did not need to be president to wear designer suits and clothes. We did not need to be. No, he did not need to be president. He was wearing no things. He wore them. He got tired with it. Look, yeah, you know somebody, you just talk because I job we are now. So people should just criticize. Somebody who will go sit down, who will travel and buy coat suits in different colors and brands for human beings. I say human beings, for people, and bring suitcases and give it to friends. Some of them in the legislature, some of them are in UP right now disrespecting him. When Braga started putting cost a knee on his share, not government money, government job. Joe Braga was vice president. He ever saw him one day wearing one Doga Flash shirt or one shirt with JMB on it? You ever saw him? You ever saw Braga wearing shoe cost all Braga shoes that he was wearing when he was not president? Besides the ones they gave him as gift. They want Braga to want to buy shoe. He not pay about $50 US. He passed. His shoe they didn't pass $50 US. When he bought with money to buy, he paid $50 US. Any expensive shoe you saw Braga doing his 10 years as vice president, like gift. Because Braga will never take money to buy $1,000, $2,000 to buy shoe, $400 to buy shoe. Then you want to talk about Joey Bathing Hall and when Joey wear designer tracksuit, there's an issue. Somebody who play professional football and advertise for brands. And you want to talk about what he wears, what he eats, where he goes. You won't compare we and Braga. All Braga who all he laughed that government job, government money. He achieved nothing. Even the woman he married, that government money he used to marry her. Yeah, school he went to, that free school he went to. You are free school, government money. The children he born that government money he used to born it, government money he used to sponsor them. To get them where they are today. Government money. Then you want to talk about we are and Braga can never be. They are not on the same line in the same league. They can never be in the same league. HSI, yes, we're giving that as a big brother, a father figure, we give it to him. But when it comes to achievement, Braga, it's just a Braga in ABC, Joey doing a third degree or a PhD. When it comes to achievement in life, you want to worth and put Braga in that league? That you guys have reduced our politics. We should be talking. We think we are where? Oh, we think Braga where? See, Braga putting JMB on his shirt, wearing shoe cost $1,800 US shoe and sneaker on it. Something where you could not even afford. He wearing watches that costing $5,000, $10,000 watch. Braga, Joe Braga. They may say you want to wear, ride wheelbarrow to go to work. See the watches he wearing. You ask someone for the watches, you don't even know the cost. So brap, corruption thing. People go take it and bring it to him. Put it on him. Can't even ask where they take it from. And also not saying, you can't even know whether you're wearing watch. God, somebody got to put it on him. Just respect Joe, we are. We'll forget about governance. We'll go personal. Because the way you're feeling dividing the country, You see, you're going personal now. From personal now, maybe that physical attack now. Because you're feeling dividing the country into two. This evening, before we take us, a Cody said something to me. What was it? I think it was in the cake, right? No, right even the office here. I met a Cody from because he works in government, but he's now a UP person. I said, man, can you imagine I go approach one girl? I said, I let the guy go approach the girl. The girl say, but a UP girl. Imagine. It didn't get to me. Later on, I cut myself. He said, why? He said, man, I'm telling you, the girl said, but a UP girl. I said, you see how the guys have succeeded in dividing the country at every level? Imagine a young man unmarried, he's looking for a woman. He go approach the girl got to tell him, the girl got to make full disclosure of her political side. She had to declare her political side. Can you imagine? And that's true. He's not the only person. There are places where now people can't go certain places with certain people to go chill. You go some places, you see your own friends who used to be cool. They're afraid to come around you to talk to you. And the guy told me a story about a popular woman who can sell food in Liberia, where UP people can go. I will not call her name. The man said, imagine I went to the place to eat. The woman said, no, I beg you, I can't serve you food. Before you go, Sunday after your stomach start hurting, then you say, oh, that the place you can't eat, that I made your stomach hurting. And she never served the man the food. Said she's scared. That's how our politics, that's how terrible in President Salif's world. That's how terrible our politics has become. But you say, hello, Fange. Hello, from me, I'm scared to talk to you. Are you UP person? What is that? And you say, Baka reconciling the country? If the country reconciles Baka, it will take Jesus Christ to come down or an angel to come and represent him to reconcile this country. The country is heavily divided in every sector of the society. It is heavily divided. In the police, when you hear the story in the police, you feel bad about Joe Baka. In the police officers, they know each other now. They know CDC police officers, they know UP police officers. That was never the case. It was never the case. In the police officers, they have openly taken SAR. They know each other in the building. Still, the police officer, let them tell you about CDC, UP politics in the police. You feel bad about yourself. There's something happening in the military. And I must admit, to some extent, to a greater extent, Geraldine George have been able to make some intervention, at least to neutralize, these things. But it is still there. Lofa, UP, and CDC people. How did we get there? That you go to place, you go to place to eat. You scared whether that UP person Kobo Shire or that CDC. You want to know whether that UP person Kobo Shire or CDC person Kobo Shire. And this thing is not happening with the popular people or the famous people or the mean or the frontliners. It is happening with the ordinary partisans and supporters of the two parties. The person I just spoke about is an ordinary supporter of we are. And imagine he's approaching a girl who he knows a girl at UP. Not that he doesn't know. He's aware. He knows the girl good. He not just started knowing her. He said, where the girl is a UP girl. The man go put it on the EG. She tell him, a UP girl. The man go to go eat. The other play, he say, I scared to serve you before you go. Your stomach start running. They say that yeah, you ate. And somebody said the country, Baka has reconciled the country. The country is peaceful because of George Weah, because of George Weah's tolerance. But the thing that Joe Baka doing, the thing that he said, is seditious. We're not listening to Weah. But now, that definitely we're talking here, that I can admit. I can say that if seditious were not listening to George Weah, at this point, that definitely we're talking here, Let's take 6 calls. Let me go home. 0776 104 104 0886 500 104. Musa Brown. Okay, yeah. But Musa, I beg you, you have the text. I think I get Musa number on my phone. Let me see if I get a WhatsApp number. So yeah, let's take calls on 0776 104 104 0886 500 104. Those are the numbers to call to join the show. Okay. Join the show. So let's take calls. We take 6 calls and then we'll go home. Hello, good evening. Who are we with now? Okay, let me talk to. Are we that Musa here? Let's hear you. Go ahead, my dear brother.
Austin, okay. Thank you so much. The first thing first, Austin, after the show, can you please call me on your personal WhatsApp?
Sure, I'll do that.
My contribution, Austin. That's why I and one of my brothers from Kodakone district were going back and forth on the internet, on my page. He's a UPS man. And then I told him, I said, you know why? I said, I beg you, brother, please. Even he said, even of time. So I thought, I said, you know what, let this call Kodakone. Let leave government politics.
No.
Because I told you, I said, this thing we're going, I don't want so when you see me, you pass by me, or I see you, I pass by you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this in Kodakone. Because often you know that men are divorcing their wives are divorcing their husband because of what Joseph Boyka has introduced.
I have a case right now. I have a case right now before me. The lady texted me yesterday. It's good, brother. I forgot. She texted me yesterday and said her husband has asked her to sign the divorce paper.
Okay.
I'm telling you, because he can be a UP person and she be a CDC person.
Yeah. So, can you imagine? If politics are divided also much like that, imagine when the Muslim and the Christians have been living in harmony in Nigeria,
Yes.
we still live at peace. But we have brought a devil. No. Our country, our culture, everything. When you say it to people, they don't look at it. No, you be somewhere where you're looking at your own brother, even when you go to your brother house to eat, because you wear blue and that brother wear green, you don't want it to get up. That's the kind of country we're supposed to have. Let's see the other broadcast on the day on the 18th. We're supposed to be Joseph Boyka is supposed to be the last man to reconcile. In fact, our country should have been divided, supposed to be divided, honor a young man who say he don't care. But the old man is not seeking to go to heaven. The old man is the man who got knowledge and wisdom. Who's supposed to sit there and say, look, all the children you come together, let's unite and move our country forward. This old man leaving our country so much divided and better with each other. No, with this country reconcile. They tell you when you take all casket and carry to Grand Eden and symbolize the burial of something to the unity.
Yeah, it's that unity.
That's what they call it. It's that reconciliation. If you go to Nimakande, it's that reconciliation. Reconciliation is our talking how people can work together. Yeah, no, there's a guy and a girl work to people. I think the guys raised their job. They posted their picture immediately after the program. The United Party partisans all on Facebook posted their picture all over that they went to people and United Partisans not get job. Yo, take it or leave it, go to fire those people.
Yeah, I know one of them. I met one of them on Saturday. He told me.
What's the kind of contact with you have? No.
Okay, my brother. Let's take other caller. God's help. Go ahead quickly. Go ahead.
Thank you so much for the time and the recognition. Austin, I had an experience on Friday. A colleague from UL stopped over for me to help him to do some work. And he came along with his wife, who is also a former colleague of ours at the university. After while the guy and myself were talking, and I recognized her in the car, I didn't know she was his wife. But I went there, after recognizing her, I went and greeted her, came back to the guy talking. He had a pic or document from the car. When he went to the car, the woman asked the guy, "What are you doing with that sedition?" I pretended I didn't hear it. But I felt so bad. You know, I'm going to write a post on maybe tomorrow outlining the reasons why there's a need for unity to be one of the things that this government need to take care of.
No, we don't want unity.
Because-
We're going to be jealousy. We don't want no unity on no braga.
But man, the country is highly polarized in the
If James
election.
Brown is my friend in the
Uh-huh.
UP, he and I will maintain our friendship. If he does not want to be friends with Austin because Austin supports
That's what
Joshua,
our friendship
no
was.
issue.
See,
But
imagine
we are not going
your-
to support
your professional
any
friends
reconciliation
do
that
not
Braga will
want to
organize.
down with you because they're wearing green and you wearing blue.
Thank you, guys.
Is
Thank
that
you,
a-
thank you, thank you, guys. Thank you. Let's take other calls quickly so we can go home. Good evening to you. Let's hear you. Okay.
And don't want to bring peace and God you pay on the social media is something person we are. The only thing I want for you to do for us is to beg you. I know you don't want to do it, but you have to persuade that you get what that medical report that they gave me. That will scatter your face. Where you people know that you fasting and shedding on yourself and riot. That you can people to pay. You try that.
No, beg you. I didn't see that one coming. I apologize to our audience for that one.
Continue, my brother.
Good evening. Let's hear you. Let's hear you.
Even the common question, I'm biggest star. I told you from focus the show. All thing I like that. Fire for fire. And no feel fine. But let me say this. You know, there is one person who is sick in this country. And that person is not George Weah. You know, when a fish come under the water and say, alligator hair is taking,
Mm-hmm.
that's incredible information because the fish is a terrible witness because he lives or she lives under the water. In the case, we have constant saying that the puppet is a dead man walking. So we are dead man walking in that well. A classic example is the vice president. The vice president is not as supported Joseph Braga 2017, thinking that he was their president by this. But 2017, no. You don't think so because why? The old man brain is going down the hill. And when
Thank you. Good evening to you. Go ahead.
Challenge for that husband. That's thank you. This is Edmond Carr. I'm the visually impaired by keeping this unprepared person to the fire to deliver. Look, there is no time for reconciliation. I have always said I agree with you because the joy away. You scatter it already.
Yeah.
Because if the man up there, minister are making their money, you and myself in the community will not get racked. We depending on one another to survive. If you will listen to them to take apple from up there and bring it down into the community, we will be able to eat. And there's going to be a time that you will see physical fight taking place because you know the party to the city. You fight me, you win, you win. I pay you win. That's it. That's how you want it.
That's how you want it. Thank you, Man Sisi. Go ahead. Let's hear from the general.
That thing out on Saturday. And me say kudos to your leg or carry your to the first Christians that supporting the past government and supporting the leg or consider bless you. I want like anything get paid to pay about the gold warrior. I want on a program yes, Saturday was there. I met Emoka, him and said we met and we shook hands and who was celebrating up. Look, fire for fire like you said. If you think you cause job, we are massive sinner. And look at you go free that lie. It has to trouble. When I own my trouble, it's a young girl, then you will be the old no problem, or the old will be the young no problem. But so now going forward there, I can't say my general. He said, don't be not a runner. The particular bus open. When you throw one fool, you will throw 50. You will go to court. You will go to court. Everything on this job we are, and follow. And you will look at his family and say, oh, they may. Joe, yesterday you something Joe, we are high. He's sick, he's this, he's that. You said to the plan, they grant it back enough for them, they pay the money. So they will have broken ground, you come and say, oh, we have to. But for them to know that you can be paying for your comfort.
Masisi Baba. General Sisi Baba.
That one level you. I want level. You
Oh,
don't
you
talk
the way you today, the way you talking the things there, you turn away.
No, I say convo. I say bato. I say job where your president who carry convo. I want to say you can pay for convo. Thank you. I end it for you now. Me one year now.
You see, I don't know what is that she talking. Who carry pimple convo now? Yeah. I better focus on governance in the country. Yeah. Hello, let's hear you. My Betty, go ahead. Long time.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I can't get through that. You don't hear me. You're doing well. Today they say I want to do the hala. The hala is getting what you did today. The hala, who taking it free? You will be the fucking you what the hala want you get. The next sick. We spend money behind Baba. They tell you what we have to say. Now we have to let it begin. We get it for whatever work. Okay, I want to see it. How fucking yeah. The one about this is 41 years now. Now let me tell you, you need to start with your photo. Now I want money your speed because you're like
My Betty.
Yeah.
Today is October 20th, right?
Yeah.
Mark this today. Mark it down, right? Unity Party is not building any headquarters. They're not going to build any headquarters. They're not building anything. That big mall, that big show. You people not build headquarters.
We need to put that line. That line there. That road there. You ready to there? One person get about one time. When one person walk on the say that we are mad one person. Lady one person me too. When we are mad, you call we are woman. You call we are you got me person. That's how that go free.
Thank you. Hello.
Yeah,
Good evening to you. Let's hear you.
I'm Chris. They got calling from Spring Store. As the person, we will not to do no peace in the country. No peace business with Unity Party and CDC. Then the country just will be just like this.
Yeah, we like it.
We want to get that. We happy with each other. Yes, Unity Party people can't walk. Joseph Bakapoka or a soft president, we are with Joseph. The people are so evil. The people are doing it in the school. They men are called and said, and what they said, they ask me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They did it to me with my daughter in school.
Look at
They did
that.
it to me with my daughter in school. The people are too evil. The people are too evil. They didn't never daughter to graduate. I'm telling you how evil the people are. So they say we had a beating their drum. That by my drum, we they say. The party perfect. You never you don't respect yourself. You can't you insult or even on social media. You insult church media. President, we are waiting. Insult you back.
Thank you. Next person, go ahead. We'll take 2 more calls and we'll go home. Hello.
Good evening to Freedom Family and good evening to my peace loving people of the Brother Liberia. Good evening to the dear brother Austin Kawa in Liberia. The new release constant and also wants to be our model radio station on the evening.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Okay, go ahead. You were too low.
Yeah, I want to say that everything this government is demonstrating is their ability. They are demonstrating their ability that they are incompetent enough to demonstrate what the people voted them for. So no one should be hopeful. The government is a big failure. Look at the CPT report, the score 0. Look at the MCC report, the score 0. So Joshua Newman Broadcast is now a successful memo. When we speak about successors around the world, it is not. All of those places inherit as officials pass a person. They just their losses and incompetences with the team. So all academic material Liberians, let me courageous and be come very soon. 2020 now is not far. We picture Joseph Imabaka and his lieutenant, and then they will pay back the price today. The back today we are seeing.
Thank you so much. Let's go. We are going home now at this moment. Let me squeeze in the last. No, we can't take any call anymore. We have to go home. We have to go home. But folks, that's it. I mean, so you go home tonight. That's the message. That's the message. We are taking home tonight. That's the message. Enough is enough, and we are not allowing anybody now to go untouched, to go unnoticed. You say, oh, that small ball man. No, small ball calls B-man. We take the calls to the small ball B-man. The small ball owner B-man. Small ball calls B-man. We take it to the doorstep, to the bedroom of the person that sent that small girl or that small ball to cause joy. Reconciliation. The last time I said this in here. If the U.S. government comes to Liberia and start talking about reconciliation, I will not be a part of anything that is supposed to see the country reconcile under Joe Baka. To reconcile the country is easy. Baka knows it. He knows it. When Baka is ready to reconcile this country, he doesn't have to call any international partner. He knows what to do to reconcile this country. If he does not know, let the country stay just where it is. It already did. The strong will survive. That one, that normal thing everywhere in the world, the strong will survive. Yeah? So nobody going to reconcile with Joe Baka. No day. He knows what to do to reconcile the country. If the president's agenda is for us to live at war with each other, then trust me, there is no need. There is no need. So yes, folks, we have to go. Let me leave you with this one from J. Baba. They say they want new Prezzo. We give them new Prezzo. But they stay crying, say no job. J. Baba.
Cap with a J. No side G. International, baby. They say they want new Prezzo. We gave them the new Prezzo.
Yes, so we are going home tonight on the Monday.
We gave them the new.
And let's say thanks to all of you who joined the show via our Facebook live feed. Puda Williams, Schema, Liddy, Robert Diamond, Black Diamond, all of you. Thank you for joining the show. Musa Brown, Richmond Yanze, David Yenkan, Philip Blam, Philip Flomo, all of you. Thanks for joining the show. We shall be back here tomorrow by God's grace. But until then, do have yourselves pleasant moments in your respective areas. My name is Austin Kawa, and I shall be back here tomorrow by the grace of God. Bye-bye.
Plenty people they import 40. One man taking 45. Don't say stand, don't lose the place. Yeah. So corrupt.